everybody, welcome back. My name is Ryan. I know that I've been gone the last like 2 weeks, but stuff has been happening in real life, so that takes precedent over my hobbies. So, with that being said, I am going to still try to upload at least an Expanse episode every Monday, and I'm going to start uploading more episodes every week. I feel like I just need to ramp it up. You know what I mean? Like, I've been gone a little bit. Channel numbers are kind of going down a little bit. You know, not many people are watching it. Part of that is, you know, it's my own fault not uploading on the time that I said it was, but that's okay. You know, just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not quitting. It's just, you know, when things get crazy at work and you have to, you know, stay later, and you know, you take weekends to do other things and get away from, unplug a bit, if you will. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try and get. We're already in season 4 for the Expanse, so I'm gonna try and ramp it up. I just finished the last episodes of season 1 of Ted Lasso, so I'm gonna also be uploading that. Hopefully this week. I mean, the plan is to just put out, like, I don't know, 3 videos this week. 2 Expanse and then a Ted Lasso at some point. Hopefully a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's kind of like the time frame that seems logical. But yeah. Last episode for the Expanse. I kind of have to go back and recap. It's been a little bit. I mean, a lot of stuff has happened since the last time I watched any Expanse episodes. But okay, so in 4. Right. So that was the big one with Mercury really buckling everybody down. You know, he's starting to hunt the people responsible for the death of his crew when they tried to land on Ilus. Lucia reveals that she said she was responsible for it. I don't quite know in what way. Maybe she's just blaming herself, but my assumption or my theory is that they were doing it so that nobody could get back at, like, nobody could land. But I think it might be less sinister than that. I think it might be like they took parts from it because they said, well, we don't want anyone to land, but also they probably used like batteries or resistors or something from the platform to make it, to help them, but also make it impossible for anyone to land. Bobby gets caught up in having to turn to crime. She returns to work, tries to say that the black market activity is happening right under her nose, and she let it happen, and that she's willing to accept the responsibility. Her foreman or whatever, the guy in charge of the docks that she's working at, says, "Oh, could you do it again?" She goes, "What?" And then realizes that, hey man, people are not so noble. You know, people are doing human things. Humans doing human things. Looking out for one another and just trying to be opportunistic hunters in a way, I guess, right? So she's disgusted by this and quits. Tries to go to, drowns out her sorrows because everything is hopeless. You know, trying to do anything, trying to be nice in a world that is not, is difficult, as she is finding out. And she has to turn to a life of crime now. She's gonna just join. She's gonna be like, you know, screw it, whatever. It says on the Tynan, which is Ashford's ship, and Drummer and Ashford captured Marco Inaris, and you find out a little backstory about him, and he's a little scary, a little serial killery. You know, I noticed that he like wasn't blinking at all in his monologues, but when they actually get all the factions together and they kind of vote on whether to space him or not, Marco is allowed his chance to speak. He convinces everybody else, and then when it comes down to Ashford saying we should space him, everybody else saying he should live, and then Drummer is the swing vote, and she says to let him live. That is an interesting dynamic. She did reveal, though, her decision. It makes a lot of sense. You know, you can't space him, and then you know, Drummer and Ashford look like they went against the other factions, so this is a political move. Makes sense. But yeah. there's a lot of things happened in this episode. Basically, a lot of setup, I believe, for actions or for events that are going to occur later in the season. So I am excited to finally get into it. It does ring a bell. I'm sure that this will recap at least or jog my memory a bit for some of this stuff. So without any further ado, if you guys are ready, I'm finally ready to get back into the episodes, and I'll see you in.
Careful. This powerful stuff.
You sure that remote even working?
I wired it myself.
Oh, never mind. They actually are just gonna blow it up.
This isn't what we planned. I did not come here to kill people.
Okay, is what I say it is.
Whoa. Okay, so it wasn't even entirely her fault. Like, she did make it, but she didn't plan for it to go the way that it did, so...
In here!
Shit.
Holden means business.
I came on a peaceful mission. These squatters drew first blood.
And you used it to justify murder.
I acted against terrorists who killed innocent people and were planning further acts of violence, but I'm the bad guy.
The problem that I'm seeing is, like, Mercury has a point, right? Like, he's kind of correct. Like, all of those things did happen, right? Like, he is, I would say, he's rightfully angry, and he's justified in finding the people responsible, which is the tough part, right? Like, I remember somebody in the comments yesterday, or not yesterday, comments in the last episode was that there was that like, oh, why are you siding? Like, why are you trying to justify the Belters? And I go, have we not been watching the same show? Like, have we not seen how Earthers have treated them? They have a preconceived notion that Earthers are going to come down, oppress them, and take their shit. So it would be understandable that they are hesitant to be cooperative. You know what I mean? And I mean, in Mercury in this case, like, he's justified because they came to just talk. Maybe, I mean, if it escalates later, like, we don't know that. But in the moment, they were mulanding peacefully, and they were ambushed, right? Like, literally most of the people died. Like, pretty much everybody died, and they didn't come in they didn't come in guns blazing. They didn't kill anybody first, right? The Belters did strike first. They did kill them, and like Mercury said, you came in and you punched my people and attacked my people, and I'm the bad guy. And I go, that's the problem. It's not necessarily a good and bad thing. It's like there are your group of people and these groups of people. It's no longer a who's right and who's wrong. It's tough that way, and that's the problem. But I don't know. What do I know? All I'm saying is Mercury does have a point, right? His side is justifiable from his point of view. I'm gonna not say whether I think there's no more right answer, right? There's not like, oh, well, just because of what Mercury said, the Belters are wrong and they should be killed, right? Like, that's crazy. But that's the beauty of the show. Everybody's kind of right from their perspectives.
Are we really leaving?
Well, only if the Belters leave too. Both light shuttles in working order?
Yes, sir.
Take the secondary one, disable the safeties, rig it up for remote piloting, put it on a proximity trigger.
You want me to make it into a bomb?
I want you to make it into an option.
And just like that, now I want everybody in the comments who was like, how can you side with the Belters? I want you to just take that exact statement. And I say, it's not about siding with them. It's about in the moment, in the context of the episode, right? The writers framed the Belters as being victims. Then you could say that the Earthers have never been framed as the victims until, like, exactly when Mercury was talking about it, and maybe like 2 episodes ago. But then Mercury doing this, where he goes, everyone wants to get off and go our separate ways, and you've killed a lot of the people that are responsible, aside from Lucia, which we know is the only person who's actually left responsible. All the other Belter settlement people are not responsible for this. But he's going to blow them up anyway, because fair is fair. 2 wrongs do not make a right. It just makes you feel better.
No matter where the debate leads, we need you to come off as more approachable, nurturing. The caring family matriarch, it tested...
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it doesn't really sound like her, though.
Excuse me. We need to talk.
We're not leaving. I don't know if you're using Mercury or he's using you, but if we leave, they'll never let us come back.
Oh, that did not go as planned.
We started putting off heat like a supervolcano on a planet with no volcanoes.
What do you think it is?
More weird alien shit.
Yo, Rocinante here.
I want to talk to my wife. Where is she?
Oh, hey, Jacob.
Tell me she's somewhere safe, that she's not with you.
Oh, God. Mercury.
It's true, then. What they're saying about you and Coop. You were part of that.
Yep.
We have nothing!
Not even our family.
Wait, she's bleeding.
You have to fight.
Whoa, she's bleeding a lot.
If we did all that, and it doesn't even matter, you have to stay.
All these terrible things you've done, they didn't save us. All they did was destroy the only thing we had left.
Oh, man. She's bleeding a lot. Is she gonna actually just, like, not ask for help and die? Wow. Oh no.
Oh, my sweethearts.
What the fuck do you want?
And so it begins.
I've been going through everything that happened. None of this happened until you showed up. And when I ask you about it, you deflect.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Were those gunshots?
Oh shit.
Let them go right now!
Jesus.
Cover fire! Fall back! Fall back!
Got ourselves freaking standoff now.
Now you see what I've been working with. Professional victims and martyrs.
Don't even think about using this as an excuse for a massacre.
But I am going to gas every belter in the camp. Anyone I find with a gun is going to be disarmed and restrained. I would ask if you have any objection, but I honestly don't give a fuck now.
Oh, this is a bad situation. Very, very, very bad situation. I mean, the problem is it's so funny. It's so funny because just in the last one, right, when it was all from the Belters' perspective. All the writing was sympathetic to the Belters. It was from their perspective. Everything seemed very like, I don't know what we did. And then when the information gets out that, no, everything that Mercury had suspicions about is pretty much true. And then from this, it's a lot more gray, but it's more from Mercury and the RCE's perspective, where Mercury is being made out less like a psychopath and more like somebody who has, you know, they have justified cause, right? Like they have. And then even with this hostage capturing, where they're like, we're not going anywhere. They can leave if they want to. And it's like, well, I can't really leave if you take two of the people hostage, you know what I mean? So it's kind of tough. And then Mercury being a little less than, what's the word? Humane, I guess. You know, going to gas everybody and sedate them and disarm everybody. I guess that's the best way of putting it rather than just shooting everybody. But like he said, he doesn't really care anymore. So he's just trying to be done with it, I think. But I still think he's going to blow up the ship anyway. I still think he's going to say, who cares about some belters on some planet that, you know, a couple hundred belters, who, you know, what's the difference? That's what I think is going to be that turning point. Where it's like, look, man, in a way, it's less about sides, about who's right or who's wrong, and more about there are bad individual people. There are people that make bad choices. So it's more on an individual basis than it is as a group. And I think that's also maybe a revelation for myself, going from all the stuff we've seen and maybe even going forward, where it's less about the group mentality, because we've kind of seen that, like even Holden being an Earther and being in our group of the Rocinante being kind of eclectic. Martians, Inners, Belters, like everybody's kind of mishmashed together. And then everybody else is on clear sides where they're, you know, they believe in their cause and they believe that they are right. But yeah, individuals over the group. It's basically, you know, TLDR.
Mercury has no right making them leave, and neither do you.
If they die here, it's on me.
And it's on the Inners for fighting over Ganymede. And it's on the Belters too, for coming here. For taking hostages now. They're not children.
Still playing out the old squabbles.
Yep.
Died for them.
You know, I used to be the one saying things like that.
So, go be you.
Yes. Let's go.
Yeah? Hey.
Oh, wait, Lucia.
You gotta eat, right? Go lock override.
Oof. Jesus.
Christ, she about to bleed her in there.
Oh, yeah, I remember internal bleeding. Very bad in 0G. I love that this is coming up again. Not really loving the fact that it's on Lucia.
Please. You gotta tell me what to do.
Don't help me.
But do not make me tell your daughter I had to let you die. Fucking tell me what to do!
Suction.
I can do this.
Oh, don't!
Sorry.
You don't have to!
Let's go, Alex.
You're too low.
I got it.
Woo! Let's go.
I'm unarmed!
Oh, shit.
What's he doing?
Me and him.
Yep.
What do you want?
I want to talk.
Holden will get it done. I believe in our captain.
The people of Earth have talent and drive and ambition. What we need, what we deserve, is a government that gives us a chance.
Security alert.
Ma'am, we need you to come with us right away. We have a security situation.
Shit.
What in the world is going on now?
3 hours ago, this ship went off its course.
What's the threat assessment?
The ship's drive is a fusion bomb, and it's targeting our early warning system. If we kill it now, there's a 3% chance the debris field will compromise our strategic defenses.
Maybe we blow up a ship full of innocent civilians who just called for help.
The drive signature on record also matches a colony ship called the Sojourner.
The one the Belters said was lost as scrap?
You gotta save it. Save it. If you save this ship and prove that it wasn't gone.
Destroy the ship.
What? Whoa. That is not what I was expecting. Kill it. Why would she kill it? The Belters said they lost it to scrap? Wait, was the Sojourner the one that Marcos Inara said that he blew up? Where the Belters said that they blew up the Sojourner, but then it actually wasn't blown up. Maybe I'm confused. I must be missing something. Maybe I have to go check. But that's interesting. Why would she want to just kill it?
This supposed attack never should have happened in the first place.
Question, what happens if Christian loses? Now who do we have in office that's going to be able to know and help us? I know it's selfish, but bigger picture.
If you want to die, I can't stop you. But there is a path from where you are to where I am. All we did was buy you a little time.
To make the choice.
Decide what you want to do with it.
Exactly. I can't make you do anything, but I can give you the opportunity to make the choice. And kind of paralleling exactly what is going on in the debates. Sometimes you just want it to be fair. Just give me the chance to make the decision. Just like Christian had to make the decision to blow up the Sojourner ship. Just like the people electing a new leader. Just like Holden trying to convince the Belters to make the decision for themselves whether they actually want to stay or not, given all of the truth. Just like Wei deciding to follow Murtry's orders even if she knows them to be wrong in her eyes. Just want to have the choice. That's all.
As soon as the gate opened, I started being contacted by a man I knew who died on Eros.
Is there any way to test this information?
There is no version of this where we abandon our charter and we leave these squatters and murderers in possession of this planet.
You're nothing but thieves!
Oh, well, this is obviously going super well. This is going fantastic. I mean, everybody's just, listening and waiting for everybody to have their say and really, talking it out. And a lot of discourse is being had on both sides. And, oh, wait, none of that is fucking happening. But to be fair, Holden does sound like a crazy person if you have not been traveling with him or you don't know who he is. So all of it is fair, which makes it even more frustrating. Whoa. Alex, what does that mean?
Oh my god.
Whoa, what the hell? That is a very big explosion. Yo, what in the world? everybody is still squabbling. I mean, Holden made the right decision and at least expressing everything that he had out in the open. And of course, I mean, why would they believe him at all, right? So that makes a lot of sense. My God, things are not looking good. But I mean, hey, you know, you can always, all you can do is try and try again until I don't know how many times you can try before you go, okay, well, it's not necessarily about if I can convince them or not. It's about the time, right? Like, I don't have time. We don't have time. And now we definitely don't have time, because whatever it was that Alex just saw was just overloaded and exploded this massive thing you could see from the surface of the planet. And it looked like, you know, the only thing we can compare it to is a nuclear blast. But I mean, even on that spectrum, they said it was heating up like, you know, really, really hot when there were no active volcanoes on the planet. And then it just overloaded to the point where it exploded. And if that's going to happen a bunch of different times, I don't know what that does. What if that bores into, like, the core, and this idea of, like, they're actually going to destroy the planet? Let's say all of them, because it was showing that they were moving and they were in a ring, but I don't know where they would be moving to, if it was offline or something. I don't know. Very interesting. Everybody just makes, I mean, like, everybody is valid in a lot of their perceptions of things, both with their experiences and everything that's occurred up to this point. And sure, like, the Belters don't know that Lucia actually blew up the thing, but all of their points about staying make sense, right? Like, why would they leave when they're like, hey, look, you guys aren't going to let us prosper elsewhere. Like, you've never let us prosper elsewhere. We literally can't. We're not leaving this place, even if it kills us, because literally we're going to die anywhere else, basically. And then Mercury, more from a vindictive standpoint, or a vengeance standpoint, not wanting to leave because, one, they have my people. Two, I know them to be murderers and you know, squatters and terrorists, or whatever you know, whatever he wants to describe them as. And then Holden being like, look, man, this greater picture thing where these alien technology that we don't understand is going to blow up the entire planet. So we got to get off this rock. But I don't know. And that's kind of the beauty of it all, right? Is no matter who you think is right, or who you think is more justified, everybody has legitimate claim to their beliefs, right? They have legitimate claims to believing that they have the right to be here, or they have the right to stay, or they have the right to leave, or they have the right to the lithium, or they have the right to kill whoever. Like, everybody has their system of beliefs that is, you know, valid or correct. So that's what makes it really fun. And that's why, like, when I see people in the comments, even when they're like, why could you believe, and I go, because, one, it's fictional. Like, I can in the context of the episode I'm watching, if they're framing these people as the good guys and these people as the bad guys, or these people are more justified than these people, I can say, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. And then in the very next episode, given that you have more information than me because you've seen more episodes ahead of me, you can say, well, actually, looking back, this stuff doesn't, you know, they're not justified. And I go, okay, well, you know, but that just makes it fun, right? I give my opinion, maybe it's a little contradictory, and then you go, no, what is he thinking? And then, you know, when I've seen a few more episodes, all of a sudden I'm in agreement. Just kind of how it goes, right? Just like how in this, like, Holden knows a lot of information where he's like, you guys don't understand. And they go, no, we understand perfectly. Everything that I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know, you know? I said no a lot there. Anyways, episode is very intriguing. A lot of good points. I like the development that's happening in terms of the story. Very tough spot. Still don't know where Lucia's daughter is. I wonder, actually, how that's going to come up. All this stuff is hitting the fan, and I wonder where she is. Alicia, I think that was the name. Interesting. And I wonder what those volcano things means. Like, what does this explosion have to do with the implications of the planet now? Like, obviously more of them are going to happen, but we don't know. And we're going to find out, hopefully, in the next episode or two. So, until then, that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and like the video. It really does show me that you guys are watching again, and it pushes it to more people, so more people can join in the fun of the journey. So, that's all I have. I'll see you guys in the next one.